ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits, Subscribe,
You know what kind of shot of Psylocke I'm looking for. You know which one. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Iron Man figure review on Sentinel's re-edit Extremis Armor Iron Man. If you're trying to pick up one of these, they are available now at Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. And thanks so much once again, Pedro, for sending this figure my way along with the other two that were in that massive package. I really appreciate it. And if you like this video, you have him to thank as well. Anyway, similar packaging that we'd gotten on the Bleeding Edge Armor Iron Man. You can see this re-edit number 2 right there. Then on the back, you can see an image of the figure. Then on the top, it says re-edit Iron Man. On the bottom, just warning labels and whatnot. Then this piece right here is held together with Velcro. You can open it up. Very nice artwork right over there. Then you can see the figure inside. All right, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the Extremis Armor Iron Man out of the packaging, looking fantastic, especially with the light up function going right over there. That's just spectacular. I'm really digging these figures, man, and this guy just seems better than the first one. The Bleeding Edge Iron Man felt a little bit light and hollow. This guy definitely has some die-cast parts to him, bulking him up, making him feel a bit hefty, which I really dig a lot. We get a lot of variations of red on this guy. Very metallic looking reds, some matted reds, some really dark red. It just looks really cool. Now, as far as the accessories go, we're pretty much getting the same accessories that we'd gotten with the Bleeding Edge figure, so let's take a closer look at those accessories and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So the base is the same base that we had gotten before with the Bleeding Edge Iron Man, but it did come out better. So before I had complained about this centerpiece right over here, which does look very nice, I really like that a lot, I complained about, and then it does have these clips so you could attach it to another base, which I'll demonstrate in just a second. This used to pop out on me and now it doesn't, and as you can see I have the flight stand here going on simultaneously with that back end piece, but it's supposed to be displayed separately. You know, you're supposed to do one or the other, so you just easily take that out right there and move that aside, and then it does kind of come apart on you pretty easily, so it's just loosely held together. Then you get the articulation that moves up and down over here. You can rotate, and then you do have this clamp, and you get that nice jelly material right there in the center, so it doesn't damage your figure, which I really like. And this does stay together a lot better than the other one. Then as far as the hands go, we get a pair of fisted hands, we get these flat karate chop hands, we get these relaxed palms, we get these reactor blast hands, and then we get these wide open hands. We get some really nice metallic red paint on these, and you can see some matted red paint right there on the knuckles, which is a nice attention to detail. I love the variations of colors that we get here. And then here's the two docking bay bases connected together with the clear plastic pieces in between. I like how it kind of has a curved shape right there looking on the back. I think that's pretty cool. So here's looking at the helmet sculpt, which is not really my favorite Iron Man helmet sculpt. I don't think it looks bad or anything. I just feel like it's a little too triangular. I guess it goes with the theme of this armor, but it's just a little bit narrow right over there. Some color variation around the mouth section would have been nice, even though you can see a little bit of a texture difference right there, which isn't too shabby. Looking on the side right over there, looks pretty good, except for that Deadpool drip that we get in the very back, so I'm not very stoked about that, but I do like the variations of colors that we do get on here. Looking at the very back of it, you can see there's no real dot or anything like how it was on the Bleeding Edge. And look on the back, man. Whew. This metallic red is just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Looking so really nice. And like the Bleeding Edge, you get inner working parts right there in the armpit and everything. That is just too cool, man. You gotta appreciate that kind of stuff. I really like it a lot. Even on that shoulder joint in there. Get different colors of gold. Whew. Damn. I just love that stuff. Little yellow and gold details right here on the hand and on that piece. Looking at the torso over here, the arc reactor looks really good. Love these colors of red. I feel like this piece right here is die cast, by the way. I'm looking at the side of the leg, looks really nice. All these different color reds, man. Love the red. And we get different color gold right there. Ooh, that was not a happy sound. Oh yeah, you want to make sure you lift these up before you move the legs outward. But there's Iron Man crotch. Then here's the rest of the Iron Man leg, just looking really good. I just love the craftsmanship here. It is genius, just spectacular. Loving the detail at the bottom of the feet here and everything. Now, my only complaint, or not my only complaint, but my biggest complaint about this figure is to get the light up function to work, you just pull this little tab right here, which comes off easier than I'd like it to. It's fallen off quite a few times for me. Anyway, you just turn the switch right here, and you do not have to install the batteries, which I love that they do that for you. And then there's the arc reactor all lit up, looking great, along with the eyes. Yeah, that's awesome. While we have the figure farther away, I just want to take a look at the frame of this figure. I do feel like this section over here sticks out quite a bit from the front. His crotch piece actually sticks out further than the chest, so I wish that was pushed in a little bit more, but we do not have that big old diaper butt like we'd got. Well, it's a little bit, it's not as big, right? I don't know, I'll do a badunkadunk comparison later on. But anyway, as far as the articulation goes, you can move the head up very, very far. Look at that. That is great. And he does have directions where it tells you not to pull, so you don't want to pull, you don't want to mess up the wiring over there, but look at that. That is fantastic. You can look all the way down, and then there's this little cavity right over here, so you can get the chin inside the chest, so that's really good. You get side-to-side movement over here, and you do get head pivot right on. And then you get these shoulder pieces that move up and down, so you can move them around like that, and you can turn them side to side a little bit over here too, so that does allow the arms to move outward very far. You can see those inner working pieces right over there again. You can move the arms moving forward as much as you want to. They can move inward too, which is great. Can they move backwards? Yeah, you get a little bit of armpit moving backwards too. So great armpit joints over here. You do get a bicep swivel. Get this great elbow bend in there. And then the wrist moves side to side and they hinge up and down, or you can turn them around in any direction that you want to. You get a diaphragm joint that moves side to side. You get diaphragm pivot. You get diaphragm crunching right over there. You get a waist turn right there. You get waist pivot and waist crunching movement, which is great. I love that. These discs right here can move up, and then you can move these hip joints outward that far, so it doesn't look totally even. And then there goes the back piece for the light up function, as I mentioned earlier. You can get him kicking pretty far, so I really like that a lot. Wow, that's a very high kick, and doesn't really move backwards. He does have this cut right over here, so you can rotate that side to side. Does have the double jointed knees that bend all the way in. Then the ankles do move downward. You can move them upward. You cannot rotate side to side. I thought you could, and I did take that ankle off, but went right back on. So no, you do get a little bit of side to side movement, but it's only a little. You do get great ankle pivot on this, and you do get some toe articulation. Then for your Extremis Armor Iron Man comparison, here he is compared to the Marvel Legends version, and then we have the Marvel Select version over there, and you could just see all these lined up right here, how this guy is just superior. Then here's the Extremis Armor Iron Man from Sentinel alongside the Bleeding Edge armor from Sentinel, and they both stand at about the same height. Both very good looking figures. I wish this guy did come with an effects piece like Reactor Blast or something like that. This guy came with that blade. Then for our badunky comparisons, let's see here. I will say, yeah, Bleeding Edge has got the bigger booty. And then here's the Extremis armor next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Wow, that is some really good looking armor, man. Hey, good job on that. High five. Now, it's not the most dynamic pose in the world, but I think this is a very dynamic pose for an Iron Man figure. I just think that works out very nicely. I think that is just really cool that we can do that with this piece. I really, really like it a lot. One thing I didn't mention is that he does have hinge flaps over here above the wrist, so I do like that a lot. And I really like this figure. I'm very grateful, Pedro. These things are not cheap, so I really appreciate it, man. And if you like this review, you have him to thank as well. Anyway, I hope you guys liked my review. If you did, please hit the like button. Click any of these boxes over here if you want more Shart in your face. If you're of the age of 18 or older, please check out the Patreon account. And if you're any age, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And go to marvelousnews.com for the latest in Marvel-related news. I'll catch you guys later. Bye!
Posing action figures, posing action figures, posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures.
That's crispy.
So we do get the same base that we got with the